I'm Jane. I love history and storytelling.
My name is Bert. I love the technical side of paranormal investigations. With both of us having lifelong interests in the supernatural, as well as early childhood encounters, we decided to begin studying it a bit further.
Together, we gather lore from Texas history and use modern science to investigate the paranormal. Because you can't have one without the other. Unearthly, history and paranormal investigation. Art House. From the moment we heard about this location, we knew we wanted to investigate it. But what we discovered and documented inside was more than we imagined. Built in 1904 and never before investigated, Art House is a hotspot for paranormal activity, as well as some of the seedier parts of Texas history. We are joined on this investigation by Sarah of Hellbound Podcast, our friend that introduced us to the house, and co-host of Wicked Trivia, Julie, as well as Art House resident Kyle, co-host of Wicked Wednesday, and Ella. We are also receiving psychic guidance from our good friend Lauren. Inside this house, I felt and experienced more communication from the spirit world than I ever have on a paranormal investigation.
But either way, he lived here for a long time, died here. There's been, there's people who live in the basement, and then there's this floor, second floor, and there's an attic as well. And there's just been, over the years, all kinds of weird kind of kooky things going on at the house. We've had an investigator come out, well not an investigator so much as someone to clear the house.
Hope you don't mind me filming.
No, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Someone to clear the house, but they said that they were able to feel like they were able to get most of the spirits out, but they cornered someone in uniform in Blair's closet in the back room and just basically said, "I'm not going anywhere," and shot the woman in the head.
Like Joe Sayers, you're talking about.
That was Joe Sayers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and was basically, and then she said that she left and said that she wouldn't be coming back. If Cleveland wanted the house cleared more than that. And the upstairs attic is one of the creepiest places we've seen. Unfortunately, someone's up there right now. They lived up there, but it's different to the whole house. It's got a 100% Freemason compass fireplace up there. It's it couldn't be anything else. It's very much that shape.
Wow.
Yeah, and the back staircase that leads up to the back of my apartment and whatnot is kind of like the servant stairwell. I'm pretty sure they would live up there and then walk downstairs and make all the food and things down here and then disappear and never use the front steps and all that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
But yeah, I haven't heard of my own personal experience here. There's only been 2 moments where I've okay, that was weird. And one was being in bed, and there was a basket just outside of my bedroom, closer to the living room, and I heard it like move, and it was definitely the sound of like a basket.
Oh, yeah, this just happened.
Yeah. And my girlfriend woke up to it too, and it was her that said that it was my reaction that weirded her out, because I heard it and had woken up, but I sort of just poked up and was looking in the bed and looking out into the hallway at nothing for apparently a very long time. And Steph woke up and looked at me and was like, "What are you looking at?" And then I just went back down and went to bed, but I was kind of like frozen in that spot. And then the other one was kind of recently too, but it was just like steps and banging, and there wasn't that many people. There was nobody moving around the house. It was like 3 in the morning, 3:30 or something like that, and it was up in our hallway, stairs that runs between the two upstairs apartments.
That's what Jason heard too.
Yeah, because he had texted me afterwards, like, "Did you hear that? And should we check it out?" But I was like, "Yeah, I was watching movies or something up there kind of late, and I heard it too, but I just kind of thought it was him." And so then when I got that text, I was like, "Oh." I had to walk around, and the crazy thing was, it sounded like stuff had fallen. You know, it sounded like it was loud, like someone was really moving stuff around up here.
Can we go to your room?
Yeah, and there was no one.
Since that's where I saw the door open, was in your kitchen.
Oh yeah.
My first time being here.
Would you like to use the front stairwell or the back stairwell? Let's go down the back.
Oh, wow.
I love the way they would just like chop doors in half.
Just chop it, yeah. Make room. Excuse my little bit of a mess. I'm still halfway.
I have 2 small children and no judgment for you.
Nice.
No.
Nice.
You were talking about VHSs.
Wow. That's an impressive collection of VHS.
Going on out here, and I was just sitting there on the couch, and I heard something going on in this hallway too.
Yeah.
But
Can I just like walk through the
oh,
hallway?
absolutely.
It's not intelligent, whatever.
Yeah, that's funny. I was just thinking
It's
that.
kinetic, whatever it is. When we first walked into Kyle's apartment, I couldn't really see anything, but there was this dark presence kind of in the hallway beyond the kitchen. And as we walked a little bit closer, I could see something like peeking around the door at me. And so we walked into the living room, and I was immediately drawn over to the door that leads to the hallway that we're in now. Really what I'm feeling right now is a lot of like circular movement, and Kyle said that this was an area where people would have been moving around to do caretaking and do repetitious activity like that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, is it's just some kind of like a circular flow through here, like a busyness. It definitely feels residual. We're at 77 degrees, 0 reading.
Feel some static.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I felt too.
my beard is kind of like staticky right now.
Yeah, hold it next to your face. Here, I can hold it. Nothing, no reading.
Oh, maybe those.
That could be it. There is an electric box over there. Debunked.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not responding?
Oh, it's going up a little bit, but
Yeah.
that's really
But I
nothing
like
to worry
feel
about.
it. You spoopy bitch. Yeah, it just feels like there's something like circular moving in that area, and with what he described, like people walking and doing like caretaking activities in that area, that makes sense. It feels residual, it doesn't feel intelligent right there. That was cool.
Just kinetic energy.
Yeah. There's something that's like, it's not peeking around, but it's like, psst, you know, and it's not like I'm hearing anything, but it's just kind of keeps drawing my attention.
Yeah, Mikey, my best friend, he used to live in the attic for about 6 months, and he's told me on 2 occasions of a woman in black. One point, sat up on the end of the bed and screamed at him in the middle of the night, and another point was just walking up the stairs. When he got to the bottom here and looked up at the door, she was there for a second, and then not. So.
And that's when you sleep in the blue room.
Yeah, he didn't sleep up there that night. He said he got woken up and he had that kind of like, almost like sleep paralysis
Oh, I hate that.
type situation, you know, and he could see this thing at the end of the bed and she was not happy.
The light just,
I know, that was
the light just turned on, and I was just like, no. I'm all creeped out right now. I keep hearing stuff in the stairwell now.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because you're talking about it.
I don't think Ella's home. I would love to peek in there, but I have pictures from the shoot day that I did up there. I shot a video sequence of a seance up there for my horror movie.
Nice.
Apparently, there was a death in the bathtub downstairs years and years and years ago. And she hears there's just weird stuff coming from the bathroom all the time.
Was it like an intentional death or an accident?
Suicide. Rumor has it, I think it's on pretty good. I think we know pretty well, but it might have been LBJ's son's lover.
Yeah, Julie told me about that.
Yeah, that he was gay and his gay boyfriend did it all down there.
Yeah.
Who else lived here for a while? Oh, Blair told me that Janis Joplin lived here for a minute.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
This house has just changed hands and there have been so many different things.
Yeah.
Blair's owned it for somewhere between 15 and 20 years in its current form. But it's been, before that, it was like a squat house. You know, people were squatting here and that's why you got it so cheap. Before that, it was kind of a business, much like a lot of the other older buildings around here, where it'd be like offices for accountants and law firms and things like that. But he imagines that, you know, like imagine the parties back in the day when, you know, Joe Sayers and the Grand Wizards were all hanging out here on the porch having cocktail hour in Austin,
God.
Texas, you know.
We're running the world from a cocktail.
If we can bother.
As Kyle continues to tell us more about this house, we capture what sounds like sweeping coming from upstairs.
It's still painted, but he wants all the wood to be sanded down to its original.
That's beautiful wood.
Yeah.
That's really beautiful.
Keep hearing stuff up there.
It could be Ella. Wow.
It's not hard like a human. Wood.
Yeah.
That's really beautiful. Beautiful wood.
Yeah.
That's really beautiful.
Sounds like brushing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You don't think it would like disturb them too much if I had this like, it makes like a staticky noise. I'll let you hear it. I just don't want to disturb your neighbors.
No, that's all good. I could just text. I mean, I think if you're in the hall, you're just walking up the steps, that would be okay. I'll text Ella and see if she did it.
Your phone.
Oh yeah. Hi. Who are you? Don't look at the what? What do you want? Janis Joplin? Alright, slow down a little bit. One name at a time. Okay, that was good. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? One more time. That sounded like the same voice that came through twice. Morgan. Is there some... Yeah. Is there somebody named Morgan that lives here? Or... Yeah? How long have you lived here, Morgan?
Since night.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. That's really good. Do you like living here? Okay. Sometimes you can't stand it. What do you not like about it? I wouldn't like that guy either. He sounds scary. Can you tell me your name one more time? There's another person other than Morgan that wants to talk. Can you tell me your name? Just the man's voice come through. Okay, Morgan, you're being a little more pushy. What do you want to tell me? What do you do here? Do you watch people? Do you interact? What do you not like about it? Nope. I'm walking near you, Art. Bring that over here. Where? I'm not going to go up the stairs, so if you want to talk to me, you need to stay down here. I can't follow you up there. It was just cold right in front of my hand right here, but that could be a draft from downstairs. Don't move. Okay, what am I waiting for? Something happened on these stairs that's tethered to the lady upstairs, the dark-haired lady. Listen. Am I on the right track? Did something happen to somebody on the stairs? Did you fall down the stairs? Ow. Did you fall down the stairs? Okay. You hit the front left part of your head, didn't you?
You did say, ow, is that what you felt something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Like it actually felt like something like dinged me on the side.
I gotta have it like right here on the where I got my temple.
Yeah.
When I was standing over there and someone was over there.
And that's something that Jason and me experience on the daily. Walking down those stairs, we always hit our head. For me, every time it's front left. You go down, there's this guy.
Oh, maybe they hit their head.
Maybe that's...
Jason's almost fallen down a few times.
What?
Just from like banging the head, feeling a little lightheaded and having to stop for a minute. From like banging the head, feeling a little lightheaded and having to stop for a minute. But yeah, we hit our head.
Is that what you were trying to tell me? That Jason and Kyle hit their head? No? Okay, that's okay. Yeah. Is that something you would do like on a regular basis? Okay, that's what it sounded like. If I walk down there and get close to it, are you going to tell me to watch out? I mean, I'm not as tall as they are, but it'd be cool if you gave me a heads up, pun intended. Oh. What am I? Do you know Julie? Yeah, it sounded like it said in Kyle too. Do you like Julie and Kyle being here? I guess. Are you alone here? Or are there other people here with you? Now I wait. Okay. Can I get some idea as to who I'm waiting on? Just wait, okay. You tell me what's up. I'm here to talk to you. I'm boring. I'm alive. You're the one I'm interested in. I see. Well, you're a different voice that's coming through. You're not Morgan. Who are you? What do you say? Did you say Josh? Josh? Yeah. What part of the house are you in, Josh?
You didn't hear that?
You said basement, and I... Can we stop?
Yeah, we can finish.
Okay. I need a second.
Stop whenever you want to.
Is that who killed themselves in the basement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt that too.
It wasn't like they didn't hang themselves, but something with the throat. Like maybe I don't know. There was something with the throat.
It just felt like a chill go through my whole body.
I'm not sure exactly how he killed himself in there. I mean, it could have been drowning, pool suffocation.
Because it was in the bath. Everyone gets a weird feeling in the bathtub.
If he overdosed on something and slid down into the water, that would.
Yeah, that's funny. I did say basement right away.
Basement.
Yeah.
They said where you live and it said basement.
And when it said Josh, it was like super long. Sorry, I forget my voice carries.
You need to come off of that.
Cool.
You need to put that in your pocket.
Boyfriend is Josh.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
So excited I remember being up here.
Hi, I'm Jane, by the way. Good to
Hi,
meet you.
I'm Ella. Nice to meet
This
you.
is my fiance, Bert.
Sarah.
And Julie.
Julie, nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Bert.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Julie and I do the tribute.
Oh, super cool. That's awesome. Yeah. This is the home.
And we're paranormal investigators.
If you don't mind, I'm just.
Yeah, I'm shocked you don't have like a cat or something up here because it sounded like somebody was walking around up here while
No,
we
that
were.
happens. I hear scratching in the walls. It scares me, but I just ignore it. It's usually from there. But Jessie, when I first moved in, she said there was like a lot of energy over there. Just ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
So I do.
It's darker over there than it is in the rest of the room.
Yeah.
I don't feel anything like too negative though, so.
Apparently when I was younger, when I was like 3 or something, because I lived here when I was a baby, and I fell down that flight of stairs that we just came up of, and then
Just heard
right
it
before I
again.
went through the window, like I apparently like a foot before just like slammed against something even though nothing was there. And apparently it was an old lady who like lives up here. So I think she's chill. She seems nice. Have you guys seen the handprints? These
Sicily.
freak me out. So if you Let's see if I can see it. So usually there's going to be handprints that are right up here, and it's on either side, and they're huge. They're so scary.
So she can hear
And
it.
usually I can see them better through when like the lights on.
She said she was feeling chills.
But
every
or like when the
time
sun's
it would
coming through,
speak
but the
through it.
hands are like
And
this.
Cecily lives in the basement.
Oh, wow.
It's huge, and my friends notice it too whenever they come over. My boyfriend, and it's just like I just ignore it because I think like, oh, it's just probably someone like was putting up the window or something. So, but yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff, but I like it.
Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful.
This is just a even that.
Yeah, do your thing. You're all good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Apparently, she's just like an old lady here to have a good time.
Apparently she wanted to know what we were doing down here.
Yeah, like I legitimately thought you were up here and we were like being too loud. So
Okay.
me and Jane both heard someone
What?
say, what are y'all doing down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I literally was. I just got back from work.
I didn't realize there was a door over here until I just walked over, but when I was sitting there, I was like, there's something different about that wall. I maybe I could just see it, but where does that go to like an attic or?
That goes to like the inner insulation. If you want, I can open it.
No. It's
But there's that door, this one, this is my walk-in closet, and then this is also the storage unit. So there's a total of 4 doors in the walls. And then there's the one right behind the kitchen where sometimes I hear things, but like it's too much work, so I ignore it.
Yeah, I've stored things from there inside these areas too.
I haven't been ever seen the back of that one, but sometimes I hear things and I think it's like a rat, but I just hope it's not and hope it doesn't go away.
Mm-hmm.
Because if there's ever a rat, I would immediately grab you. Sorry. Immediately grab you though. I'd be like, hi, no, I'm not dealing with this.
I'll come up and check it out.
It's warmer over there than it is in the rest of the room.
But nothing paranormal.
Yeah, I just got a message from Cecily. A text message from Cecily who lives in the basement.
Oh.
She was, I guess, just in the laundry room, flipping some washing. And she said, are you filming or is someone talking to the people in our house? I keep getting chills every time that voice comes on through whatever it was that.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
Wait, you guys heard a voice? Like through something?
Through a spirit box.
So my name, it's yeah, it's this fun little ghost toy. So what it does is it sweeps through sound waves, and the idea is that because it's sweeping so rapidly through the sound waves, anything that can come through audibly is magnified. So the idea is that it gives ghosts like a vehicle to talk through.
Oh.
And it's kind of like if you remember back in the 90s when cars didn't have CD players, like the little changer where you had to find the clear channel. That's kind of like this, but ghost, not music.
Yeah.
So.
I'm
Yeah.
old enough to know that, but I know of it, so.
It's ancient technology. Yeah.
My 2007 monster uses it as well.
Oh my god.
I want to go back over there.
Oh, yeah. iPhone.
It's so weird that Cecily was.
Move it back so I can- Hang on. What's your name? Okay, one at a time. I know some of that's interference, but one at a time. Okay, thank you. I'm Jane. Why did you want me to look at this door? You were moving around up here earlier. Why did you want me to look at this door when I came up here? Tell me your name again so I can hear you a little better. It was the same. I just want to talk to the girl. I don't want to talk to the guy right now. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. But you were really active when we were on the stairs. Like, I legit thought you had a cat up here or something. This is so real.
Do you think like being so high would hear all the like more radio interference? So.
I'm gonna stop the recording.
Maybe she went away when we came up here.
That's what I think.
She was hiding from us and peeking down.
I think she likes to hide in that little room that's across right there.
Scratching.
Well, that confirms that.
Yeah,
There's something in there of hers.
I mean,
It's not dreadfully important, and I don't want to go in there. It's not mine to
it's
go
super easy. I'm keeping that thing on 5 tack, so all I have to do is lift it and open it. I do it all the time. You want me to?
Okay.
Yeah.
Might as
The
well.
bed mainly stayed in the same position, so when Mikey was here, and he said he felt someone sitting on the end of the bed, it's kind of makes sense.
So, this is it. Is there a light bulb in this one?
Not sure.
Oh, there used to be.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to record this. I'm just going to see if anybody talks since we've got it open. Was there something in here you wanted me to find, or did you just want some airflow? It's behind me? Did you just want the door open? The baby? Are you talking about the file cabinet right there? Okay, well.
I was like, yep.
Yep. Well, I'm not going into somebody else's file cabinet. Well, it's not any of our place to go into this file cabinet. So I'm going to close the door.
She said leave.
Leave? You want me to leave?
Sound like leave. Either that or the opposite. Wait.
No, that was leave.
It's like leave.
I heard it over here.
Yeah, it was pretty loud.
Yeah. Just so you don't get with, I have some Palo Santo. I don't think it would be anything malicious, but just to push out anything negative that I might have rustled up, just to be a responsible ghost hunter. I can burn a little tiny
That'd
bit
be
of this.
awesome.
Okay, cool.
Burn as much as you'd like.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Weird thing. I've never done this or seen this happen before.
Thank you for letting us do it.
Yeah, of course. You guys are all,
This has been really, really awesome.
Yeah.
So excited to finally see it here after almost a year.
It's so pretty.
But yeah, the hands really fucking freak me out. I don't like those.
Yeah,
I
these.
briefly heard the hands. Could you repeat that?
Yeah.
So if you want to come here, you can actually see it. Do you see that handprint right there?
Oh my god.
And then there's claw marks right there.
Oh, yeah. I gotta go.
And that hand's like
Oh,
okay, I'm not crazy, right? Like it's
no,
there.
you can. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's like very visible and freaks my friends out.
Wow. Like right.
I see the
That's
handprint.
huge.
And then there's like a claw mark and another hand over there.
I know, I kept his,
No, that's good.
Whatever she's looking for or concerned about is kind of back in this area and it's behind the file cabinet. I don't get that it's anything important, but apparently it was sentimental to her, maybe something that got dropped.
Yeah, I don't go in there. Don't do that. I was like, I don't mess with those things. I have like my boxes of random crap in there, and then my closet, like that's all touched.
Yeah, that sounds like the beginning to a horror movie where you're like, oh, I'm gonna help her and find her thing, and then all of a sudden she's like released
Yeah.
into the world.
Yeah, my mom's super into this kind of stuff, and she's very much like I apparently just attract a lot of energy. So I like am pretty super weird stuff. But yeah, as long as she's like not gonna mess with me, or if she's like watching my back, I'm cool.
Yes.
I don't know that she's necessarily looking out for you. Y'all are just kind of roommates.
Yeah, that's
Like, yeah, you're just kind of roommates.
She's gonna move my stuff around or steal or eat my food. Listen, bad energy out there, we're good.
Yeah, the thing that's keeping her here is whatever is behind that file cabinet that's kind of back over in that corner. And again, it's not a bad thing. It's just it's her kinetic energy that's attached to it. So
That's cool.
you know, kinetic energy. You know, it's neither created nor destroyed. It just changes forms.
It's so scary.
Yeah, did you see it? The
I
hand?
think like Mikey used to live here, and I bet he could reach that. See, just from a construction background, some of these scratches could be explained, but
Yeah.
the handprints definitely.
The handprint's like ridiculous. The handprint's like ridiculously large. Like that's like almost like a foot, right?
Yeah.
That's insane.
So, regarding Art House that we were at last night, I reached out to my friend Lauren. Lauren and I have known each other since middle school, so 112 years ago. And she's always been gifted and very in tune spiritually. She is a clairvoyant. She's a channel medium. And I reached out to her because I wanted to tell her about the investigation just to see if she picked up on any impressions. And so basically, I'll read what I wrote to her first, and then I'll let you know when Lauren's responding. I said, "Oh man, we investigated this house owned by a man named My friend Julie is friends with one of his caretakers. The farthest back that Kyle, Julie's friend, is of the house's records is around 1885. There was a female spirit, an old lady was what I got, that was all about me from the second we walked upstairs. She kept trying to lead me upstairs to an attic apartment. We eventually went up there, but the girl that lived there wasn't home at first. She came in later. There was like a servant's staircase landing and where she first led me. It felt super active there, but it mostly felt like residual energy in the stairwell until we turned on the spirit box. Two people came through clearly. The older lady and a guy named Josh. More on Josh coming. So, according to the lore of the house, and then in parentheses I put, which there's lots, all caps for emphasis, there was a suicide in the bathroom. It was a young man named Josh who was the lover of LBJ's illegitimate son, Stephen Mark Brown. I got the feeling that Stephen and Josh are both in the house, but they don't know each other there. Lauren writes back, yeah, they're on different planes, meaning one has accepted and moved on from his death state, and the other is still in his death state. I said, that's so sad. This is me writing back. That's so sad. I kept getting something with the throat about how Josh died. Kyle told me he died in the bathroom, and I got the feeling that he overdosed and drowned in the tub. Is there any help we can offer Josh and Stephen? I've got some questions about the lady upstairs and the current tenant in the attic too. Don't want to overload you. It was one of the best investigations we've ever had, which word it was.
Definitely.
It was. Even if we wouldn't have gotten ghosts, it was a good time and the house was cool.
Light anomalies and whatnot.
Everything. It has everything. Do you see any connection between the older lady and the current attic tenant? Her name is Ella. Then I put in parentheses the tenant. I get the sense that the lady protects Ella and that the older lady does not like when men live in the attic. And she said the only connection I'm really sensing is that the deceased lady sees herself in Ella. Like I'm going out on a limb, but similar patterns and behaviors. She's protective of Ella because no one was protective of her before death. Like not a mirror image of her, but a lot of similarities. And I think the lady has had many issues with men, perhaps assault. There's a huge distrust between her and men. I keep getting a phrase of, watch my back. I think that's also playing into the protectiveness of Ella and why the two deceased men are not supposed to be there in the attic. This is still Lauren talking. And this lady can interact with both deceased men. This lady may have had abilities too in her life. Wait, do you know if Ella has sensitivities? There's a connection there, too, with abilities. The deceased lady wasn't a medium, but she had premonitions. That was a question. she's more tuned in than she was in life and is being a go-between for a few spirits. I think you may find there's a lot more spirits in that house. I'm getting the number 7 when I asked how many there are. And then I said, we got watch your back a lot through the spirit box last night. Ella kept saying that her mother tells her she's a magnet.
Yeah, my mom's super into this kind of stuff, and she's very much like, I apparently just attract a lot of energy. So.
And according to Kyle, whenever there have been male tenants in the attic, they've shared various accounts of a lady with long dark hair sitting or standing at the end of the bed. Some experience sleep paralysis as well. And Lauren writes back and says, so she doesn't trust men. She watches them carefully, and if she doesn't really like them, she'll throw them into paralysis. Sorry, that's not funny, but it is. If she really doesn't like them, she'll throw them into paralysis. I wouldn't be surprised if they've had violent dreams of the woman harming them. She's not what I would call extremely harmful, but she's guarded. She protects herself by lashing out first. She loves Ella, though, and that's part of the connection, is the spiritual connectedness. And I said, I knew they were the same woman. That makes a lot of stuff line up. She kept wanting me to go into a crawl space in Ella's apartment. It was like there was something physical there that she wanted Ella to have/find. I opened the door and recorded the spirit box session, but I didn't want to go climbing into someone's attic, LOL, because legit, I didn't. Not a way to meet somebody for the first time.
Yeah, especially when the tenant doesn't even do it. So
so that's the haps with Lauren right now, and we'll keep you updated.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thanks, Lauren. Hey guys, we are here at Art House doing our final investigation before we get it ready to go out to you guys. A couple things we're going to do here today. We're going to talk to the owner because we haven't gotten a chance to meet him yet. And we're also going to do a couple of final spirit box sessions and play a song for a couple of the spirits here to kind of bring them a little peace and unity together. And we're also going to be joined by my friend Julie Hill of Wicked Wednesday. So let's get inside and see what happens. So we're back in the stairwell the other night. We're here with Julie from Wicked Wednesday. And whenever we've been kind of working with the house and talking with our friend Lauren, I've been getting the song Tired of Being Alone by Al Green stuck in my head. So when I was getting ready to come here and sitting outside while Bert was getting the gear together, I was listening to the song and I got this really sweet image of 2 men like playfully slow dancing together. It was really sweet. So in an effort to help lift the peace in the house, raise the vibrations a little bit, and maybe bring these 2 spirits together, Stephen and Josh, we're going to play this song and then do a spirit box session and see if we get any response. So just see if it feels a little more peaceful, maybe the vibe changes, but we'll play it real quick. I'm going to turn it down so we don't disrupt the whole house. And here we go.
I feel happy.
That corner over there looks bright.
My headache went away.
That's so cool. You
That's
guys
awesome.
like this?
Yeah, it's like I just feel like uplifted, you know? I don't think it's a mate.
We're going to turn it down just a little bit. And I'd love to hear what you guys thought about the song. I've got my little spirit box like I had the other night. So, did you guys get to hear the song? Yes. Who wanted to hear the song? Can you tell me your name? Who was here that wanted to hear that song? Can you say that one more time? That's good. It's daylight, so it's probably a little harder to come through. If you could just tell me your name, that'd be great. Tell me where you are in the house. Where? Are you upstairs or downstairs? Are you upstairs or downstairs? I'm just going to go to the landing right there. Hey. Hello. Who's up here with me? What's your name? It said Ella. I know Ella lives up there, but you live with Ella. What's your name? Morgan again. Morgan again. Okay, hey Morgan. Did you used to live in the house? Yeah. Did you used to live where Ella lives? Okay. What do you think about Ella? Do you like her? No. Come on, come back. Come back. Come on, come back. Come back. Come on, come back. Come back. I know you feel like you have to protect Ella, and I just want her to be able to hear that. Hey. So Morgan, can you tell me when you lived in the house? Were you old or were you young? When you were 30? Okay. Do you want me to wait or do you want me to go back? Tell me again, do you want me to wait or do you want me to go back? Or if you want me to walk somewhere else, you can tell me that. Okay. Where do you want me to go? Exit? Do you want me to go towards the back door? Hey, let's pause for just a second. Let's pause for just a second.
Okay.
Turn the recorder off. So I can only talk to one of you at a time. I know there's several of you here right now. I can only talk to one at a time. I'd really like to talk to Morgan, or if possible, I'd like to talk to Josh and Steven. But if anybody else comes through, I'm going to need you to tell me your name, okay? I'm Jane. You know Julie. That's Bird. Kyle's just downstairs. So let's try this again. I know you want to talk, and I want to talk to you. So here we go. I'm going to start recording on my phone again. I'm going to turn my spirit box back on. Okay, good. How many of you are here? So a friend of mine told me there were 7 of you here. Are there 7 people here?
2.
2? Who are the 2 people that are here? What's your name? Sounded like John. Who's shaking my hand? Can you tell me a name, please? Morgan? Okay, cool. Who else? You kind of rule the roost around here, don't you, Morgan? Yeah. This is your area, isn't it? Should I go to another area to talk to Steven and Josh? Yeah. Okay. That's Kyle's door right there, right? If we went.
So if we go this way, we'll be in between Kyle and sister.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Do you like that Bert's complimenting you? Okay. So, we're kind of out of Morgan's area, aren't we? What's your name? It's a lot less. Okay, good. Can you tell me where in the house you are? Are you in the hallway right here? That was a tap, and that sounds like something's upstairs. Yeah. Hey, is Ella home? What was that? Yeah. Hello, tell me your name. I'm gonna turn the spirit box up just a little bit. Hey, that's better. Alright. Hey, it's a lot of folks coming through at once. Just give me one, okay? Okay, good. Do you know my name? Do you know her name? Yep. What's her name then? I'm gonna pause this real quick. Pause that real quick.
Very relieved to know that there are people out there.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of walking.
Yeah, there is. That was all us. That's funny.
How's it going?
Good, how are you guys?
Good, good.
Doing our last investigation here at the house before we do the final editing, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's exciting. What else have you guys been here a while?
Maybe
Like 30 minutes?
30 minutes or so.
Oh.
Yeah, we just met Blair real quick, and then we played this Al Green song for a couple of spirits here in the house, and it just kind of like lightened up that whole stairwell. It was really, really cool. We've had a couple of good intelligent responses come through. I did have a psychic friend of mine, though, tell me about your ghost. She is very protective of you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. She does not like men in the apartment. Like, doesn't mind if like a man comes and visits, but didn't really like a man living there. That's why she kind of scared the boys that were there. She sees a quality in you that she saw in herself in her waking life, and so that's why she's kind of drawn to protect you a little bit in her waking life, and so that's why she's kind of drawn to protect you. So that's just what my
What's her
psychic-
name? Do we know?
We think Morgan. That's the name that's come through several times when I've
I
asked.
keep calling her different names just
Oh,
for
yeah.
fun, just to see what happens.
See
Like
which one.
Patricia, Samantha. How are we feeling about that one? Yeah.
Morgan seemed to be pretty consistent, but I just thought that was so sweet after you told me the story about like falling down the stairs when you were little and stopping. I was like, that's that same lady. That's really cool. But yeah, so
Well, you guys are welcome to come upstairs if you want.
Yeah.
If you guys want to. Kyle texted me and was like, if they want to come up, can they? And I was like, yeah, totally. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah, you guys are more than welcome to.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm like really into this stuff. So.
I told her about this and she like got really into it. Really excited. And my boyfriend, he slept over the other night and I was like passed out and he woke up at like 4 a.m. because he has horrible insomnia. He woke up at 4 a.m. and he's like, Ella, I heard running in the walls for like hours. He was like, I'm so scared. I literally refused to turn around to see if anything was there. He's like, Ella, I just kept smoking and hoping to God I was okay. Like, you're fine. Like,
That's
it's
freaky.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah, she really likes you and she protects you, so that's all good.
That's good.
Yeah, she's really glad apparently that there's no boys living up there anymore, so she doesn't like men. She doesn't like the men folk at all.
Yeah. I don't ever have like boys sleep over, I think, except for like twice, maybe 3 times.
Doesn't really sleep over.
And they're like my like best friend or my partner, so I'm like whatever. And they're very feminine energy.
Oh, Jarrett is like, I'm sure she vibes with him.
Yeah, definitely. Jared and Ethan are very cool. So
Yeah, cool.
Nice.
I'm Jane, by the way.
Eleanor.
Good to meet you, Eleanor. This is Mark.
Nice to meet you.
You know, just for a living.
Hopefully one day. It's just a fun YouTube hobby right now.
Yeah.
Wait, what's your stream?
Unearthly History and Paranormal Investigation.
Yeah.
she loves YouTube.
Hell yeah.
I just
Yeah.
got into YouTube. I didn't realize you could like subscribe to people and like do things like
Oh,
that
yeah.
until like maybe a month
When
ago.
I'm
I was like,
bored,
wow.
All I do is binge watch BuzzFeed and solve when I'm bored. It's like all I do.
Yes.
The paranormal investigation. Like I just like
get you.
oh.
Well, I thought my hair was catching on something, but I have my baseball cap on. And it just felt like something kept pulling.
You're the only boy in the hallway.
It was like my hair was getting pulled like up here, not like back here.
Natural.
Yeah.
Because you're the only boy in the hallway. She's messing with you.
That was
But
weird.
that's definitely like her area right there. She like rolls the roost in that area and then up in your apartment. So
Yeah.
yeah. that's-
She's the queen bee.
Mm-hmm. You can tell.
Yeah, she is.
I also just went out there. That was like a secret meeting space for Freemasons.
Oh, what?
Oh, that's why you have that crazy
The Masonic symbol.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I thought that
Let's
that
go
was
get some shots of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fireplace. That's the word I was looking for.
my place is a mess.
Oh, honey,
No worries.
Jason, who's one of the other tenants, he was like giving a tour of the house and he's like, hey, can my friends like come pick it up? And Jason's done a lot of like, I don't know, just like a lot of like, he's been very educated in the house.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, no, Joe Sayers like used to hold like sacred ceremonies for Freemasons and like he was like the leader. And so this was actually like where Freemasons would like discuss and do their ceremonies and all that stuff.
What?
So it's insane.
That is insane. This house just keeps giving.
Yeah.
Like Jason told me it used to be a toy store, and then Lauren told me there's like little kids spirits that run around. So I'm like, that makes sense. There's little kids here because of the toy store.
So Lyndon B. Johnson, it's not concrete, but Lyndon B. Johnson had an illegitimate son who would come here to visit his boyfriend, and his boyfriend killed himself in the tub in the basement.
Do you know how, or?
No.
Because Lauren told us about him and said that it was something in the bathtub, it was something with his throat, and that he had a bag over his head now.
I don't know, but he apparently killed himself.
That's just so, ooh. Yeah, I did, I think you had told me about that initially, and then Kyle had mentioned it, and so I did a nice deep dive in that, and his mom's name was a lady named Madeline Brown, and she's really cool. She was his mistress for like 20 years or something. Yeah, you can tell that I don't know what I'm doing with the camera.
No, you were doing great.
Yeah, they met in 49 at the Driscoll. Their son Stephen was born in 1950, and then they pretty much carried on for the next 20 years, like meeting up at the Driscoll. And
Steven's son, probably. Or Steven's boyfriend is probably. Yeah.
And I love her. She was straight up like, it was a loveless affair.
it
It was just physical.
Okay, Queen, you tell him.
Not something you said back in the 80s.
Well, I just, if you're gonna ship a famous man, I like that she waited until 10 years after he died to be like, hey, I did this. Here's some conspiracy theories.
Here's some things to know.
Yeah. Well, she's basically like the great grandmother of where we get all like the JFK, LBJ assassination lore from. So really cool thing that I did. So that's kind of the weird about. So do we have any idea like when this particular thing was built?
No, so this place I think was built in 1903, 1904 maybe?
Yeah, I think Blair said 1904.
Like, and Blair moved here in 1994.
Yeah.
But, those are cabins, that's cool. Right? But he apparently like this was already like it. But it had been like abandoned or something for a really long time. My mom, it was my birthday yesterday, my mom brought over thank you. My mom brought like this huge box of like all these photos, and we found photos of the house from like the 90s. And it was like a white, like very light yellow house, and there was like the entire front yard was like overgrown, filled with trash, like giant, just like tumbleweeds basically, like completely overgrown. And the front staircase had no ivy on it. It was just like white with like the wooden board, and it was just like it looks completely different. Because now we have like a garden, and it's bright fucking yellow.
Yeah, super yellow.
It's beautiful in the front yard right there. We were there the other day, like doing some exterior shots, and I love this house.
Yeah, it's so pretty. Yeah.
There's beautiful energy about it.
The toy store part of it just made it like way more lighter feeling, It's like since the suicide was downstairs, it's like it's not so bad now because there's a lot of good energy here too. So yeah, so sucks that happened. But.
Well, Lauren said, our psychic that we work with, that the 7 spirits that are here are like really fond of y'all, and they just kind of rub around, and everybody lives together. There's no real need to cleanse anything. So
after y'all left, or maybe it was like a few days after, I like hardcore saged this place though. Like hardcore, because it gets so cold over there, and I kept hearing things, and I was like, I was like, I'm trying to go to bed, like, do you need to take it down a notch? So I just like sat there for a minute and just like saged that corner.
Yeah, we don't want to do that to you.
Yeah, there's definitely something back in there that she's interested in, but it might go like.
Did you guys see the creepy baby photo?
Mm-hmm. The one that's on the.
That I can speak.
It says I can speak.
Says. Like, do you want to see it?
I saw the baby sticker, but I didn't see what
it says. I can. She showed that to me for the first time the other night, and I had to leave. I was like, that makes me uncomfortable. I don't like that.
And we got the baby come through the.
Said something about the baby, and that's when I was like, no, I'm not going back here. Was there something in here you wanted me to find, or did you just want some airflow? It's behind me? Did you just want the door open? The baby? Something about the baby, and that's when I was like, no, I'm not going back in there.
So if you look at it, it says I can speak.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh my
I
god.
like that.
Horrifying. Yeah, because I remember I was asking, I was like, what am I looking for? And behind the baby came through.
If you guys want to open that, you're more than welcome to. I've kind of been tempted to do it myself, but I wanted to have people near me.
Oh my god.
Oh, you've never opened it? No, I've always wanted to, but I'm like too scared to do it while I'm home alone.
The thing?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. You want to hold the spirit box? Yeah.
Is that the spirit box?
No. You're going to hold it down and it'll start. There you go. Hey! Are you okay with me opening the door back here? Are you good with
It
that?
sounded like you said it's fine.
And then say go ahead.
That was a lady's voice, so that's
So
good.
hey, tell me which drawer I'm opening. I'm gonna go ahead and start. I said this one. The one I have my hand on. Let me start my recording. So tell me again, am I opening this one? All right. What am I looking for in here? It just looks like. All I see is a bunch of papers, and I don't really want to dig. Is it the other drawer, maybe?
This looks like some pictures and envelopes, or just some envelopes rather in here.
What? Getting goosebumps on one part of my back.
Oh, wow.
Hey, give me a clue what I'm looking for.
You should look again.
Right here? Is it this drawer?
What's that box?
There's like a harmonica. Was that it?
A harmonica? That's
Is this what I'm looking for?
pretty sentimental.
Is this what you wanted me to find? This harmonica? That is it. Okay. Do you want me to give it to Ella? Tell me if you want me to give this to Ella. This one. There you go. Is there anything else I need to do in here while I'm here? Can I go ahead and shut the door like I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay. Are you done with me in here? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my recorder off.
What?
We're gonna turn the spirit box off.
Oh.
See, I told you I needed to go in there. This is so cool.
Wow.
I was like about to cry.
Does it have her
Turn
name
down
on it?
the
Wait.
Does it have
Can we
Morgan
ask her
on
what
it?
her last name is? Because the first initial's M.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
The first initial's M.
Stop it. Stop it. Okay, let me get a recorder going. Let me turn the spirit box on.
Can I talk to her?
Absolutely. Let me get
What
it.
does it say?
Whatever you want. I'm just gonna hold it and you talk.
Hi, Morgan.
Let me get it.
Hi, Morgan. What's your last name?
Just for the recording, can you verify what it says for the last name?
It says Honer. Morgan, is that your last name?
I've heard of honers, but I didn't know that it was like M honer. So maybe they like had it custom made or something.
What else does it say?
Oh, wow.
Do you know how to play that? I wonder what year that's from.
It says 1881.
Wow.
Here, 1871. It says 1881. 76.
Did this belong to you, Morgan?
Go wait inside.
Whatever you want to.
Do you like me living here? Let's see if I can understand her.
Do you want to tell us anything else, Morgan? Since we found what you wanted us to find?
Does she want me to?
Yeah. Are you happy now? Yeah.
Does she want me to keep it?
Do you want Ella to keep it or put it back up? Just keep it. Okay.
We'll hang on to it. Can you do that?
That's really awesome.
It is. Are you done talking to us now, Morgan? Can I turn my machine off? Go ahead and turn the machine off.
That's so cool, though.
That's wild.
Cool.
This.
Before y'all even opened it, I heard it say harmonica.
Oh wow.
I thought I heard it say harmonica, and then I thought I heard one of y'all say that, and then I was like, oh, like, that's what it said. And then
you open the box and then the harmonica.
I'm trying to figure out what years this is from though, because
That's so crazy.
it says. So it says 1873. So it has coins, and then it says ULM, which I don't know what that means, but 1871. Trademark. Something in German. 1881. What's that cheese?
That's just, I think that's the brand.
That's like, what is that?
That's like a last
mean?
name. That's a German last name. Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, that looks German.
Wait, so what is the last name on the thing?
H-O-H-N-E-R.
It says M.HOHNER, so I'm assuming.
I'm gonna look up that name. Yeah. There's a brand of like accordions, it looks like, that's called like Morgan Honar, which is like, it says M. Honar on the like, thing, but then she keeps saying that her name's Morgan. Apparently.
Yeah, maybe
So now
that's.
I'm like, was she actually saying her name? Was she saying the
Or was she just saying like the brand of the
Accordion.
harmonica?
Interesting.
Or maybe she preferred it since it had her name.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
This is cute though.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Aw.
Maybe she'll chill out scratching the walls.
Maybe, yeah. I don't like it when she does that. That's a little much for me. I'm like, yeah, just do your thing, dude. Like, don't like slowly claw. Like, I don't need that.
Don't need the creepy claws.
Run into walls. But apparently, like, all
Yeah.
the like inner parts of the walls all connect. So if you open one, you can go through the entire wall, pretty much. Or you might have to like get out once. But there's like a bunch of different doors in these walls.
Yeah, I remember you pointed out all the storage you have.
Yeah, there's one like.
That sounds Underground Railroady, but at the same time, I don't think Joe's saying some Underground Railroad in his house.
In fact, you'd be kidnapping people from there. Like, yeah, y'all come here. Psych!
Yeah.